Taurus, hi, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new, welcome to my channel. I'm your host, Tina. Today we will be doing your upcoming weekly tarot. This one will be for roughly February 8th to the 14th. I'm gonna go ahead and give your cards a few shuffles here. I do like to pull two layers. The first one is just to get an idea of the general energies that are happening for you. And then we'll go in, clarify each of those by pulling a second layer here. All right, now I am trying something new this week. I'm going to be putting up a photo of the cards that we do pull. This way it'll help you kind of see the cards that we pull out, really follow along a little bit better. We're just testing it, so don't get attached. All right, let's give these cards a few shuffles. We're going to jump right into it for you. I do pre-shuffle, but I like to shuffle here with you as well. Helps me tune into your energy. All right, this is for Taurus, February 8th to the 14th. Let's see what's happening for you this week. We're going to stop there. That's the situation. Knight of Wands, and it came out in Knight of Wands fashion. Impulsive, action-packed, kind of adventurous and fun, but we'll see. That's the situation for you this week. All right. Overall energy is the Queen of Cups. But you're like indecisive this week. There is indecision on you for some reason. And I feel like there's a partnership in your life. It doesn't have to be romantic, right? This could be work. This could be friendship. But there's a partnership in your life that's a challenge for you this week. And there's a sense of like a little bit of indecision or a back and forthness for you. In the recent past, you're coming from the Nine of Cups. Again, these are the general energies, so we'll go in and clarify. Nine of Cups is a wish come true. It's feeling really good. It's like something really turning out the way you had hoped, right? Like look at its character, sitting there, arms crossed, kind of smug, but just like super happy with the way something turned out. There's like a wish in the mind and it's like, you got it, right? It's that kind of energy. All right, the situation is the Knight of Wands. We're going to go ahead and clarify. The Knight of Wands is just, again, it's that impulsive type of energy. There's a lot of action in it. Like look at the horse is like on its hind legs, it's charging forward. But it's about like almost acting first and thinking later. You know, that's kind of where the sense of adventure comes in, right? In the challenge position, Two of Cups. So it's pretty clear there is a partnership here. For whatever reason, again, it doesn't have to be romantic. It doesn't even have to be personal. It could be professional. But there is a partnership here that is just, for some reason, it's a challenge for you this week. And like even next to it, I see the Two of Pentacles. So there's this like back and forth energy with like how you feel or where you stand, your emotions towards it, or it's just like it's hard to keep balance right now in this partnership. Like it's a fine line between balance and losing it as well. On your mind, what you're focused on, we have the Queen of Wands energy. So she's like really fantastic. It's a more passive energy, but she's very connected to her own spirituality, to her own dark side. Just like you can see there's a black cat there, and that's what it's kind of there to indicate. What I love about her energy is if things are heated in a situation, like if this partnership is just out of balance for whatever reason, like if it's heated, she doesn't fight fire with fire. She has more of a cooling effect. And I feel like that's what's on your mind right now. But again, we're going to go in and clarify. Maybe it's really you're getting more in touch with yourself as well. Because your approach here is the Hanged Man. So I feel like there was something whatever it was, you were like, in the past you were kind of resisting it or like fighting in a way. But now you've like released control and you're more accepting the situation. You're kind of surrendering to this experience. And you're really starting to look at things from all kinds of perspectives here with the Hanged Man, right? Like you're kind of hanging out. Maybe you feel a bit stuck as well. Like maybe, you didn't want to, but that's why you're like, instead of resisting, you're just like, you know what? I accept it as it is right now. In your environment, we got Judgment here. Judgment call, right? Like it's like a decision. It's you have a decision you feel like you need to make. With Judgment, maybe you felt like you were down and you're ready to kind of rise from the ashes, right? Be this like different, higher version of yourself, an upgraded is the right word, an upgraded version of yourself. Throughout life, we're always shedding skin, something that's no longer serving us. And we keep on like graduating to these new levels of ourselves. And that's kind of what judgment can be. Coming towards you is the Two of Pentacles. So it's that indecision, right? It's that back and forth energy. You could have a lot of priorities. You could have a lot of things that you need to like juggle and manage in your day-to-day especially. But it's a sense of like really maintaining balance. It's also the ability to kind of handle anything that life throws your way. That being said, the overall energy for you is the Queen of Cups. You know, she is very loving. There's an easy energy with the Queen of Cups. She has the most beautiful cup in the entire tarot. She really represents deep intuition, even unconditional love. Definitely letting your intuition and your emotions lead you, leading with your heart. You know, there's a very accepting type of energy with her. And I feel like you're in that energy right now too, honestly. If you were resisting, you're more in an accepting place now. All right, let's go in and clarify. And let's see what's happening with all of these cards. What's going on for you, Taurus? Let's see. But it's clear there's a partnership here that's just like, I don't know why, it's challenging you this week. Again, it doesn't have to be personal, can be professional. It doesn't have to be romantic. It can be family, can be friendship. But there's a partnership here that, you once felt like had a lot of promise, had a lot of harmony, and now it's out of balance. It's out of harmony for whatever reason. All right. Okay, Taurus. I'm going to stop here. Two of Wands is at the bottom. Two of Cups, Two of Pentacles, Two of Wands. Things are shifting. Page of Wands, Page of Cups, Eight of Cups, Judgment again. Eight of Swords, you're having trouble. Immediately I could feel a back and forth energy with like some decision, some choice here. It's kind of like there's a back and forth energy, right? You're kind of like at odds with yourself a little bit when it comes to this. Because in one sense, I feel like on your mind, you're like, I have to walk away. I got to leave this situation behind, this partnership behind. But in the overall sense, you also want to put in the work, right? You're having a tough time with this decision, really. Like I said, it's been really difficult for you. It's put you in the hangman position. It's put you in the hangman position. It's put you in the hangman position, right? The hangman, again, is like you're faced with some experience in your life that like you maybe never would have thought you would have come to this place in this partnership, right? With the hangman. And it's just like, it's like nothing you've ever faced before in some ways. And it's such a difficult decision that like you don't know what to do, that you're literally surrendering to the experience and you're kind of just hanging out there, just like the hangman, hanging out upside down and really looking at this from a new perspective. Seeing the same situation maybe with different eyes. It's like you're changing yourself as well, right? You're changed by this experience. In the Fool's journey, after the Fool meets the hangman, it's such a changing experience that he meets death, right? You're so changed by it that like death comes through and you're like ready to shed the old skin here. Big decision here. There is a general impulsiveness to the situation. I don't know if it's your energy, if it's their energy, but we have the Page of Wands and the Knight of Wands. It's very like, it's like a fire in your belly when it comes to this. It gets your passions running high. The Page of Wands is a very open energy, open to a new direction. I don't know what that means. Like, is it a new direction within this partnership? Do you walk away entirely? Again, there is a very back and forth energy in this reading, really. Because like I said, on your mind and where you're focused, right now you're really thinking about walking away. You really are. Something's not making you happy. There's something missing, you feel. Like it once was a situation. First of all, it's a situation that you did invest a lot into, that you fought a lot for here with the Eight of Cups. But now it's at a place where something's obviously missing and it leaves you feeling really unhappy, right? Like almost a sense of emptiness, just not complete emptiness, but there is something that's not right. Something's not right. There's an obvious hole here, right? obvious disconnect here. At the very least, we can say that. And now you've got Judgment here twice, right? So there's just something that you're just weighing very heavily on your mind. Something's weighing very heavy when it comes to this partnership. And it's basically, obviously, do you walk away? Do you keep investing? I mean, the cards speak for themselves. But, you know, we can't always trust our minds, right? But our mind is like where we feed it energy, right? It's like where we feed the ego its energy, right? Where we choose to focus our energy, where we choose to focus our thoughts. So the mind is always a tricky, tricky one. That's why the Swords cards are really the most difficult, because they represent the mind space, thought processes. And when that happens, when we're too much in the mental space, it doesn't allow our hearts to speak. It doesn't allow our soul to speak, our higher self to speak. So it's really, so that's why you're in the hangman position. You're really just trying to understand yourself better, understand the situation better, because it's a very difficult decision for you. In your environment, we got Judgment, and it's paired with the Eight of Swords, right? I mean, you know, with the Eight of Swords, it's an overthinking energy. Again, that's why it's so weird I say that, because I was just saying, don't trust the mind space too much, right? Sometimes it's our ego playing with us. I love that the overall energy, though, is the Queen of Cups. It is the Eight of Pentacles. It's not so much the Eight of Pentacles that I love. That's your choice. That's your choice. Do you stay or do you keep working, right? That's, you know, only you will know that. But the Queen of Cups I love because, one, it's unconditional love that she represents. Two, she really uses her intuition. She just leads from her heart, right? She's kind of creates a safe space. She's not judgmental. So it's a really beautiful overall energy. But again, in the environment here, we got Judgment with the Eight of Swords. So there's an overthinking energy when it comes to this decision. You know, with Judgment, I find that we always know what we should be really doing. Like truly in your heart. Sometimes things scare us, and that's why we what's the word? We hesitate. We hesitate on making big decisions because we're just kind of scared, you know. And sometimes I wonder, like you know, I read a quote and it was like, the obstacle is the path, and it's, don't misunderstand, I'm not saying, you know, chase problems, but meaning sometimes fear is where the growth is. Like growth is very uncomfortable, but that's where the growth happens, right? But the Eight of Swords is just like overthinking, right? And even in a way you could almost even be hard on yourself a little bit with that Eight of Swords energy. But it's just, it's making you feel stuck. You feel stuck when it comes to this choice here. And I know the overthinking is not helping, but we got Eight of Cups, Eight of Swords, Eight of Pentacles, and we had 3 2s here. So there's a lot of repeating numbers. Coming towards you, we got the Queen of Swords and the Two of Pentacles. So the Two of Pentacles is that bit of indecision here. But the Queen of Swords, for me, represents, you know, ready to make like some head over heart decisions. She's a bit icy. She's a bit cold, right? But she it's kind of like the minor arcana Justice, where she's looking for the root of the problem. She's ready to cut stuff out. She's ready to cut stuff out to like restore balance, right? But it's stepping into that kind of colder energy. You're going from like the Queen of Cups to the Queen of Swords. And so it's just like, honestly, it's just because like it's bringing out different aspects of yourself, because it's a very difficult decision for you to make. Clearly because this partnership is very important to you. But something obviously went wrong here. And now you're in this place of surrendering to it a little bit because you weren't sure what to do, and you're just trying to figure out what to do this week. You're trying to figure out what to do, but for you, it's a very big decision. For you, it's a very big decision. But you're coming through with a lot of like, you're going from a lot of heart space to a lot of head space. All right, I'm going to leave it there for you, Taurus. Of course, I do hope you enjoyed this reading. If anything does resonate, like and subscribe. Thank you for letting me tune into your energies. I'll see you all next week.